This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Arguments over abortion rights. Today, religious leaders continued their legal battle with the state of Missouri over a ban on abortion. And this hearing in St. Louis could be a critical step toward what's next. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Tonight we're hearing from people on both sides of the issue. Our Justina Cornell was in the courtroom today, and she joins us live downtown in St. Louis with the latest on all this. Justina.
Yeah, so the fight in the courtroom really focused on religion and whether this impacts the separation of church and state. Now, cameras were in the courtroom catching the back and forth action before Judge Jason Sennheiser. In January, a group of 14 clergy members of different faiths sued the state of Missouri. Now, those clergy members are represented by Americans United for Separation of Church and State, the National Women's Law Center, and Arnold and Porter. They believe Missouri's abortion ban violates the state's commitment to the separation of church and state, and that legislators are implementing their religious beliefs on Missourians. Counter-arguing against that statement, the state's attorneys say that that argument is illogical.
If there's a law that some people happen to agree with on the basis of their religion, then the law must fall. But if you have that, well, that's not a recipe for religious pluralism. That's a recipe for anarchy.
We hope that the court will recognize that this was clearly the intent and purpose of the legislature to impose their religious beliefs on everyone in Missouri by passing this abortion ban.
Now, the judge said that he will give an answer after the holidays, most likely in January, and this decision will determine if this case will proceed or not. Reporting in downtown St. Louis, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
A judge has denied pretrial release for one of 2 men charged with killing a 19-year-old in Collinsville. Carlos Mosley and Amari McGee are charged with murder. They're accused of stabbing Tyrese Owens and leaving his body in a ditch on Loop Street last week. Mosley will stay behind bars until his trial. McGee's detention hearing was postponed to next month. For now, he'll stay in jail.
Today, United Auto Workers ratified a new contract with General Motors. Workers at several plants, including Wentzville, had voted against it. But according to the union's online results, 55% of total union members voted for it. The deal includes a pay raise and better benefits. The union still has to make the vote official. Voting is still taking place on deals with Ford and Stellantis.
Starbucks workers across the country walked off the job today, including at 8 stores in the St. Louis area. Employees accused the company of refusing to negotiate fairly. 5 on your side's Travis Cummings reports from the picket line in South St. Louis.
The honks and hearts are heavy at the Starbucks at Sydney and Grand today.
There's a reason why you're here, right? Do you love your job?
I do. I really do. It means the world to me to get to see all of our regulars and have conversations with them daily.
With a drive-through line wrapped around the corner, the people who make the drinks stood outside the store for 6 hours on Thursday with an order of their own.
Despite record profits from the company year over year, we've continued to experience severe cuts to our staffing hours.
Shift supervisor Riley Stack has a hard time leading her staff.
I have to sacrifice my ability to take breaks at work so that everyone's capable of getting their lunch, because otherwise there would be 2 people working the floor while mobile orders continue to come through.
So they're staking out on the multi-million-dollar coffeehouse chain's Red Cup Day, demanding a bargain with baristas.
We've had 2 bargaining sessions, and in both of them they walked out of the meeting in under 5 minutes.
If it weren't for staff from a different location that's actually being renovated right now, employees say that the drive-thru here at the Grand and Sydney location would even be closed.
I started working here because it's been a while since I've gotten to work in like a crew setting. I always work alone and I missed having people to work with.
And things haven't been as pleasant as Sabrina Carpenter would like.
You know, everybody gets moved from morning to night shifts unexpectedly. People are not making nearly enough for the jobs that they're doing.
As the busy holiday season approaches, these workers want their cups full so they can continue to fill others.
We all feel passionately about our community and being able to make those connections with people and serve them.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
A spokesperson for Starbucks agreed that Workers Auto United had not agreed to meet for contract bargaining talks in more than 4 months. They acknowledge promotional days do shift store patterns and traffic, but they say store leaders have the ability to adjust schedules ahead of time.
Anheuser-Busch's head of marketing is leaving. The company has faced backlash ever since it partnered with a transgender influencer. Bud Light also lost its spot as the #1 beer brand in the country. The The chief marketing officer is leaving at the end of the year. The company didn't say it was related to the backlash, but instead said he's moving on to a new chapter in his career.
Firearm deer hunting season starts tomorrow. This year, the state is allowing hunters to use rifles for the first time.
Tonight, 5 on Your Side's Holden Kurwicki looks into the rules and regulations you need to know to stay safe and legal.
Every Illinois hunter knows that you have to wear blaze orange, but there are a few more requirements that you need to know if you want to hunt with a rifle.
Hunters are limited to a single shot and must use a straight wall cartridge that is at least .30 caliber. Bottleneck rounds are allowed as long as they are less than 1.4 inches. According to Sergeant Tim Berner-Kempe with the Illinois Conservation Police, these approved rounds will have a similar range as a shotgun slug. But there is one benefit.
One of the biggest advantages is for people that are recoil sensitive, that have shoulder injuries, or especially kids. My son killed his first deer at 5 years old, and my daughter killed her first deer this year during youth season at 6 years old, and they're all smiles. There's no way either one of them could have shot a shotgun or a muzzleloader at that age.
Illinois Conservation Police will be doing routine checks all across the state of Illinois throughout firearms season. They're encouraging anyone with questions about the rifle that they are using to simply give them a call. For more information on how you can do that, just go to our website, KSDK.com, and look for this story under the As Seen on TV tab. Reporting from my, well, secret spot in the woods, Holden Kurwicki, 5 on Your Side.
Illinois State Police has promoted its first ever female deputy director. Rebecca Hooks has served the state police for more than 21 years. Most recently, she was lieutenant colonel. She has also served as captain and is a forensics expert. She's starting her new role right away.